So I'm so thrilled to have Mark Hesseling on this video with us today because Mark has done some amazing work in his career. And I'm so astounded, Mark, by your knowledge and everything that you've done to create some of the products here at Lemongrass Spa. And particularly the products that are prebiotics. And those of you who are new to Lemongrass, just hearing about us, just getting involved in the company, Mark and I and Brian Leist, my husband, met many years ago because I was on a quest to find an amazing body wash. So Mark, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to visit with us here at Lemongrass. I know we see you every week and it's an amazing experience. You've been with us for years now, and I just can't thank you enough, and thanks for doing this training with me again.
I'm always excited to do this and educate people on, what these products do. It's almost overwhelmingly exciting to see what it's done, as you know, in the past with some of the stories we get from people, the life-changing events that have happened for them, and just using these products.
So we started out making the prebiotic wash. And our consultants thought it was amazing. Our customers, we were getting rave reviews. And then we decided, let's go ahead and take that same concept into skincare with facial products. And so it expanded out with all of your expertise with the prebiotic facial mist, as well as the prebiotic facial wash. And then finally, you helped us develop an amazing prebiotic hand wash that people could use at the kitchen sink to wash up every day. And so that is the large collection of prebiotics that we have here at Lemongrass. And so I wanted to allow you an opportunity to tell a little bit of the backstory, because I think it's so fascinating. How did you end up developing these prebiotic products in the first place?
I worked a lot in biologics, and we had these contaminated soils and waters that anytime chemicals get involved, just like it does to the human body, we're inundated daily with chemicals if we don't watch what we're using. And it hurts the environment just as it does us, because, there's a balance, there's an ecosystem on our skin, our biome, just like, the surface of the earth. Our water and our soils all are either healthy or sick, depending on the pH and the either balance or imbalance of what's going on. And we started pioneering in this industry and started out with one spray product. And from there, it was people like you coming to me saying, do you got any washes? And we just put our heads together and look what you and I created. It's been I would say, an incredible journey to get to where we are now. And no one would ever think that all of this derived from something that we made to clean contaminated soil and water.
On our bottles, Mark, as you know, we put non-toxic, biodegradable, GMO-free, and non-toxic products are all the things that Lemongrass stands for. And so it really, truly has been a blessing for so many people. Now, tell us a little bit about the sea kelp in the formula, and how does that come into play when you formulated this product, and why is it such a key ingredient?
Well, truthfully, kelp is one of the fastest growing plants in the world. I think everybody knows that. If not, they can Google that. It's an incredible plant. It carries a host of minerals with something like that. And we chose kelp because it has such great properties in its own. I mean, kelp is where iodine comes from in many medicines. But we were actually able to go into kelp and extract this alkaloid that is stronger than any alkaloid in any plant. And this alkaloid is the prebiotic triggering mechanism on the cellular level for microbes. And kelp in its own is a great benefit. It's a great benefit for the skin, but when you'd have to eat a truckload of it to get the benefits of what we extract from it. And taking this alkaloid and infusing it in these different products, I would say it's probably the most crucial element in the products, along with the others being naturally derived.
One of the things you talk about is microbiome and pH balancing. Tell us a little bit about that, because when you apply this product to your skin in the facial wash and mist, for example, and that combination, you're actually feeding good bacteria. And that's a new concept for a lot of people. It certainly was for me. I always thought body wash or a facial wash is meant to get rid of bacteria. And you're telling us no, it's actually the opposite. You're wanting to feed that microbiome, as you call it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's your, you got to look at your skin. It is the largest organ on your body, right? And it's your first line of defense from the outside to the inside. So your skin takes abuse. It's from airborne to things we put on to things we work with, our clothes. You know, a lot of people don't realize when you wash your laundry in chemically derived cleaners, and then you put these clothes on there today and you're sweating, they're on your body, you're absorbing that. One way or another, you're absorbing that. And, you know, one thing it will do is chemicals hinder the natural biological process. It's going to make them useless, kill the bacteria, or make them to where they're so lethargic, they're not producing what they're supposed to do. I mean, for collagen reproduction, just every part of making skin happy, healthy, and repopulate. And if you have an imbalance, anyone that owns a pool will understand what I'm saying with pH. You get a bad rainstorm, it hadn't rained a while, and there's a lot of pollutants in the air go down in, your pool gets cloudy, you check it, pH is off. You got to alkalize it some, get the pH back in, and it clears up, it's healthy. Same thing with your skin.
Yeah, and you talk about burns, and I've known it firsthand as well with sunburn, and it's pretty easy, fair skin, my whole family, and so we have a tendency to maybe burn first and then tan, and obviously sunscreen's your best, form of protection as well as clothing, but you're in those situations sometimes where you didn't reapply, or you're in and out of a pool, at the beach, and you lose track of time, right? And you get a sunburn. So, my first line of defense always is applying that prebiotic facial mist, because it works wonders at stabilizing and, feeding that bacteria, as you say, making that microbiome healthy, and just reapplying several times a day. Now, is that what you would suggest in concert with the wash as well as a wound cleaner?
And
Yeah.
I can tell you, I've been using that product for 26 years since I developed it way back, in the environmental world. I use it religiously. I do. I use the product. My skin is, I guess I can say, is just so healthy. I just know that I'm protected very well because I use the right things and I protect my skin. And I fully understand the biologics. And that's why we're doing this today, to help people understand, that what you put on may not affect you now, but boy, 15, 20 years from now, you start seeing it.
That's
right?
the other big plus to your products, Mark, is the fact that they're so environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're reef safe was a huge plus to me, because, you and I both live in Florida. We're in and around the water all the time. And they really, truly appreciate the fact that it's eco-friendly. It's not going to harm the environment. It's also not going to harm your septic. It's actually going to possibly improve it, because I know when you're washing those toxins down your drain day in, day out, imagine the footprint we're leaving on the marine life. And to me, that's equally as important, because we're leaving generations with a big problem. And that's why you got involved with environmental in the first place, is trying to solve some of those problems that man has produced for us, unfortunately.
You're putting a positive thing into place when you're using it. You're not leaving a footprint. And that is important. A lot of people don't think about that. We're here for a short time, when we're here on this earth. We're here for a very short time. It goes like this sometimes. But boy, man, let me tell you, 50, 60 years of not caring and thinking is huge. And it's unfortunate, but it's what man has done. And that's why this is a conscious decision to live cleaner and support the environment in a positive way.
When someone starts using the prebiotics, and everybody, I realize, has different experiences, but what would you anticipate their response to be after using the products, maybe for a week, 2 weeks, a month from now? What does that look like typically?
Well, there's a lot of variables there. Pretty much everybody that uses it falls in love with it. They love the product. Now, there's a little bit of a change. you're not going to put this in a shower unless you use a little scrunchie or loofah. It's not going to foam up like your regular chemicals. There's no chemicals, right? So it's getting used to not having this foam that you can't see through by the time you lather up. But when people use it, the first thing you immediately realize is you feel cleaner. You don't have this residue that you get with regular chemically derived soaps. Give it its time to balance. You may have a system that's so stripped down because of the medications you've taken or the things you've used have wiped that out so beyond. It takes time to repopulate and get the microbiome to start alkalizing the skin. It doesn't happen overnight with everybody. I'd say that one of the more immediate things you will find especially for men or women that are shaving with it, I shave a lot, my head, my face, and I got to tell you, when I can go 3 days without having to shave, it's a blessing for me. But I can also shave and then turn my razor around and go against my hair growth, which most people would never do because you end up with that bad rash, especially in the Florida heat. I don't worry about it. I shave against it. After I use that wash for my shaving cream, when I'm done, I rinse. When I get out, I spray with that spray. And voila, man, you're smoother than you've ever been, and you don't have to shave every day. People will see that right away. But when it comes to skin damage and things, everybody is different. But I would say pretty much anyone that uses it will notice a difference in using the product right away compared to what they've been using.
I agree. And when we first started working together, Mark, you and I would joke around, women have 16 steps in their daily regimen and men like to have one or maybe two. So that's how we came up with the 3-in-1 wash, because the whole point was, okay, let's hit the shampoo and the shaving cream and the body wash all in one. And so voila, there's the 3-in-1, and men love it. I agree. It's one bottle in the shower. It serves all three purposes, and it's fantastic for shaving. I'll definitely attest to that. It's wonderful for women with their body wash to shave their legs. It's incredible. So what about teenagers and acne?
Acne is very different to deal with. You've got, you've got sebaceous glands that are just going crazy and they're producing lots of oils. And if you don't clean it, it clogs pores and boom, you have acne. Taking time, cleaning. We've had tremendous success, both, with adult acne and kids that are just going through puberty and breaking out, and all this is happening. It's hormonal. Diet plays a big part in it. So yes, we can balance. We can clean their face. We can balance. They can use the spray, and it's going to help. But they also need to be mindful of what they're putting in their system, and cleaning good. If you use the wash and really wash good, with either a little scrunchie or a scrub thing that you use on the face. And spray afterwards. Now, you don't have to wash every time you use that spray. These kids can come in from playing, splash water on their face, spray as much as they can, because you're continuing to help and aid that balance, and you're triggering those microbes to consume more of that excessive oil and things like that. So that's kind of key, but there's a lot of factors there with acne, but we have tremendous success with acne, both in adult and children.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's such a good reminder, Mark, with spraying throughout the day too. It's not something that people would normally think of. They think they always have to do the steps together, but you're exactly right. It certainly can't hurt, and it's just kind of recharging your skin each time. I love that.
A lot of people's skin is dry or it's oily. It's an imbalance either way. This puts things back into a harmonious balance.
Well, Mark, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you so much. I feel like everybody's going to glean so much new information from having this video available, and I'm really excited about that. Mark, thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate all the work that you do, and in partnering with everybody here at Lemongrass and making these outstanding products. It's been an exciting process for all of us to watch, and I know how grateful so many of our customers have been over the years for the innovation that you've created. So thank you.
I believe it's something we've created, and you're quite welcome. I am so excited to always do these, and listen, I love hearing all the stories. It just makes me get up and just go harder every day. I hope this helps. I hope it does. And I look forward to any questions or anything else I can help with.
Thank you, Mark. Have a great day.
You do the same. Take care.